Six Flags Magic Mountain is one of the world's best theme parks, and I've been there. It's all about the coasters there. This park is one of the best roller coaster lines in the country, and by best I mean a bunch of coasters that don't make sense. I mean, we all know that they're just adding coasters to beat CP at this point. I managed to ride 13 out of the 19 coasters there, and thank God I had a flash pass, because if not, I probably wouldn't even have gotten on like 4 coasters. I made a video on it, and it shouldn't be too hard to find. I'll put a link, I'll put it in the time card inside the corner and all that. I'll put it inside the end card. You know, it probably shouldn't be too hard to find. I'd recommend watching it before you watch this video so you know where I'm coming from. But anyways, here are the 13 roller coasters that I rode in order in case you're too lazy to watch it or you just forgot what happened. Ninja, Batman the Ride, Full Throttle, Speedy Gonzales, Renona Express, Goliath, Switch, Colossus X2, Viper, Riddler's Revenge, Apocalypse, and Scream. Wait a second, I forgot to mention Gold Rusher, which I rode 2 times inside the day, so I'm not exactly sure when I rode it. Wow, I got that first try. I'd just like to keep this in mind, or I just want you to keep this in mind, that this is my personal opinion. I've only ridden each of these once, so I'm assuming that will change later on when I re-ride these. But yeah, this is my personal opinion. Feel free to disagree, but it's not like I care. I don't even read the comments on this channel anyways. But anyways, I only decided to do 10 of them because, well, I'm lazy. This video's already going to take hours to make, so I just don't want to add more work. So let's get into the actual list. Number 10, Ninja. Ninja is basically what got me into coasters. Me and my family drove to LA this one time, like just to spend the weekend over there, and when we passed Magic Mountain, I was mesmerized, just looking at the coasters. I searched it up on YouTube and I saw a POV for Ninja, Batman, Gold Rusher, and Full Throttle, and I fell in love with those ones. I told my mom, Ninja's just flight deck, but it doesn't go upside down, and Batman's just flight deck, but it goes upside down more. And I finally get my wish many years later. This ride is a very great family coaster, and I recommend it for families. Yeah. The funniest part, I think, of like this ride is like all the GP think that like something very big, very good is going to happen when you go up the last little hill, but no, it just ends. Everyone's like, aw. And I was like the only one that knew, and I was like, haha, you fools don't know anything about this ride. Number 9, Riddler's Revenge. Alright, I have to admit, I got a better ride on this. We got row 3, and my mom did not like that.
What is on the front row?
I got stuck inside of a very uncomfortable squatting position because I don't know how. I guess I was like jumping up and down or something. I don't know what I was doing, but somehow I got stuck inside of this uncomfortable squatting position. My shirt was loose enough so I can like stand up if I like really forced myself to, but it was not comfortable to stand up either, so I was either stuck inside of a uncomfortable squatting position or an uncomfortable standing position. So I just said, I give up. I'm just going to do squatting position. Because there was like so much force going on inside like the first loop that like I literally got smushed down and it was super painful. So, you know what? I don't like this ride. From the one ride that I got, I'm pretty sure that's better inside of real life. But you know what? I don't have much to compare this ride to, so there's not that good inside in my opinion. Sorry. Number 8 is Viper. I don't want to defend this ride. I'm sorry. You can defend it all you want, but you can't change my opinion. By the way, I asked my mom if she liked this ride. She said, heck no, I didn't. So you know what? I have another person on my side at least. I got row 3 because some random people stole the front row, which I waited extra for, and they refused to leave when I put my bag on the other side, so I didn't like that. And also, I'm pretty tall, but like my ears, I still remember my ears getting like banged all up inside of there. Like I thought I would be tall enough to clear that, but no, I guess not. I was still getting banged all over the place. I didn't like it. And then when I saw the pretzel loop, I knew I was doomed because, you know, if the rest of the ride was that painful, this has to be the most painful thing on this thing. So yeah, they got banged. It was intense, not gonna lie, but like it didn't make it better. Sorry, Viper defenders, I am not a fan. Number 7 is Scream, and I really wanted to defend this ride because I literally love Medusa. It's probably one of my favorite roller coasters, and I said, well, Scream shouldn't be that bad. And it's not that bad, except I had no... Okay, I need to explain. So basically, I ended up falling asleep on the lift hill, which was very weird. I don't know, I guess I was just like really tired. I'd been walking around the park for like 7 hours at that point. Probably more than 7 hours. But I was just like so tired, so I said, I'll still get the credit if I'm asleep. So I fell asleep, and then I wake up to some random lady screaming, and it was a very weird sensation. And then I don't think it's healthy to be just like flipped upside down that many times when you're that tired. So when I got off, I was like, yeah, we probably should have just left. That credit wasn't even worth it. So, you know what? Scream is a good ride if I would have had any idea what was going on, because I was half asleep. Number 6 goes to Goliath. Goliath isn't bad. I mean, it is bad. It's just not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I really wanted the stomach-dropping feeling that you get, but you ain't getting that here. This drop is forceless. It's shallow. It's probably one of the worst drops that I've ever been on. And over here, you've got Twisted Colossus's drop, X2's drop, Lex Luthor's drop. I know that that's not even roller coaster, but you know what? That counts to me. It's a very legendary drop. So many legendary drops here, and then we have this stupid drop. Like, it's just so stupid. And it uses all this force that it collects. It uses all the speed that it collects from the drop, and it uses on just like such weird elements. It's like not even good. But there's one part that is good that puts it above Scream, and that's the helix. I was practically unconscious going through that thing. It is a very great helix. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about Goliath. It has stupid elements. It's a stupid ride except for the helix. Okay? Yeah. Number 5 is Apocalypse. I love this ride. It's a great ride. Stop hating on this ride. It's a good ride. Sure, Gold Trigger's better, like, way better, but I still like this ride because it's a good ride. In fact, it's a great ride. Stop hating on this ride. In all seriousness, I will never understand why everybody's hating on this coaster. I got Rogue 8, which is pretty close to the back, and I don't have much to say besides it's a great ride, okay? I love Woody's. But anyways, my only complaints are the operation and the loading. This was right before I rode Scream, so you already know that I was practically asleep. So basically, I decided to close my eyes and drift off to sleep. And as soon as I did that, the train started moving, so you know what? It didn't even matter. So anyways, the worst part was the loading. Oh god. This loading, basically, I had a flash pass, and the flash pass only goes to like a certain point. So basically, there's a certain point inside of this line, and this line specifically, that you collide with the regulars. And like, that's like still like a lot of queue left, so I still had to wait like 30 minutes in line. Yeah, so it was hot inside of that room that I was waiting in. I was sweating, I was tired, I just did not like that. And it got worse when we made it onto the loading platform because there was nobody directing anywhere on like which like seats to sit in. So you know Gold Striker, right? There's like this part and there's like a chain and like they cut you off. I don't know how to explain it, like you know what I'm talking about. But basically, they didn't have that there. Oh, no. As soon as you made it up the staircase, it was free game. There was like 40 people on that station. That was an exaggeration. There was like way too many people and there needed to be on that station. And it was just, it took forever to actually get my train because it was like everybody else was trying to get it. It was bad, okay? That was like some of the worst operations I've ever seen. Please, somebody fix these operations. Somebody get somebody to tell us where to sit because that was not, that's like, just like the ride is outstanding. Stop hating on this ride. But like, these operations were some of the worst that I've ever experienced. So, sorry, Apocalypse. Finally, we made it on the ride, and it was a good ride. In fact, a great ride. Stop hating on this ride. Stop hating on this ride. Number 4 goes to Full Throttle. Full Throttle is an SNS launch coaster, and it is a very short but sweet coaster. That's basically the definition of this. Honestly, it's so short that there's not really much to talk about. There's a lot of hang time on this loop, and I love hang time, so, you know, that's pretty cool. Besides that, there's nothing really much that happened on this ride, besides, you know, there's like this inversion where you go into like a tunnel, and then you launch backwards, and then you launch forwards, then you go over the loop, but like, honestly, this ride is so short that there's like not much elements to talk about. There's not much to talk about with this ride. If I was in charge, I would totally add like a bunch of extra like track because obviously there's enough room around it so you can add more track. But anyways, Full Throttle is a great ride. It is very short, but I still like it, and I like it a lot more than most people do. Maybe it's because it's only my second launch coaster. My first was Incredicoaster, but you know what? I love launch coasters. I especially like how the ride-up said how he launched us. Basically, they said, alright guys, I have some rules for you. Rule number 1, and then he launched us. And it was so unexpected, and it was so much fun. And you can see on my photo that there was pure joy on my face. And I would show it, but But the photo that I took of it was like super bad. There was somebody blocking it, so I would show it to you, but yeah, I don't actually have it. Number 3 is Batman the Ride. I've ridden one of these, you've ridden one of these, we've all ridden one of these. They're everywhere, and they are so much fun. I don't really mind this one being Cologne, because you know what, they're really fun. Actually, I don't really mind most of the colognes. I like SNS free spins, and I like Batman the Ride cologne. So you know what, stop complaining. It's still a new coaster, okay? So yeah, this is a very good cologne. And I'm glad that this is everywhere, because this is a good roller coaster. So yeah, Batman the Ride is a very good ride. I love inverts, and the only B&M invert that I've ridden that isn't this one is Flight Deck. And let me just say, I've pretty much only ridden Flight Deck inside the front. I'm not sure what road I rode this in. I just remember not being happy about it, because it wasn't the front or it wasn't the back, so you know, I was not happy about it. So yeah, that's it. I like B&M inverts. Number 2 is X2, and I don't think I've ever ridden something so insane, so crazy inside of my entire life. Now I got row 2 in an outside seat, and actually I don't know why I didn't ask for the inside seat, because I easily could have gotten the inside seat. My dad was the one that's inside the inside seat, so I'm assuming that I would have given me the inside seat if I asked for it, but no, I got the outside seat. This ride is so insane. It's so insane. It's like so fun. I love insane rides, like, you know, Railblazer, you know, I don't know, that's pretty much like, keep in mind that I only have 49 credits, so I don't really have much to compare to. There's nothing that is this insane, and really there's nothing that really stacks up to the insane level of X2. X2 is such an insane roller coaster, and I have to admit, I didn't really like this ride at first. I got off in it, and I was like, this is what the hype was about? But now thinking about it now, this ride is so insane. Everybody else just loved it so much, and I was like, why? This ride is not that good. But thinking about it now, this is literally the craziest, most intense, craziest thing I've ever been on. It's such a cool ride, and I'm so lucky to have ridden it, because there are so many people that just wish to ride this and they haven't. The music and the fire wasn't on when I rode, so that wasn't like a disappointment or anything, but like, the ride operator said, hey, was the fire on? And my dad was like, fire? What do you mean fire? Is the ride on fire? And I was like, no, the fire isn't on. He's like, oh, okay. I will have to say, it is a pretty short ride, but it's a fun ride, and it's, if I can re-ride anything, it would definitely be X2. I have to admit, I didn't really like this ride at first, and whenever I said that, everybody's like, how do you not like this? So I was like, alright, let me just think through. And when I think through about it, it's not like people changed my mind, it's really, I rethought about it, and really, this ride is so insane. It's so insanely crazy. It's such a cool ride. I don't understand how anybody can't like this ride, honestly. If you're not into intense things, please don't ride this. This ride is literally the craziest thing that I've ever been on, and I've been on some pretty crazy things. So, you know, X2, I'd have to give like a 9.5 out of 10. The only thing is that this ride is like super shaky. Maybe that's because I sat inside of an outside seat, and it's short. If this thing was like long, then that would literally be, 10 out of 10. Nothing stacks up to the pure insanity of X2. And number 1 is, you guessed it, Roadrunner Express, baby. That wasn't even funny. I don't even know why I did that. Anyways, the real winner is Twisted Colossus. Twisted Colossus has great airtime. It's a long ride. It has great hang time. Everything about this ride, almost everything about this ride is perfect. The drop is great. Everything is great. The high five element is one of my favorites. The only sad thing is, like, when you duel, like when you do the high five element, but you're not dueling, because I only rode this ride once, but one of my cycles I had a duel, and the other cycle I didn't. So when I was on the blue side, I dueled with the green side. Well, when I was on the green side, I did not duel with the blue side, because the blue side was still trying to catch up. But anyways, it's very sad when you have a high five element without high fiving. Well, yeah. So basically, you just get thrown all over the place, and it's like such a fun ride. Nothing can beat Twisted Colossus. I'm sorry, X2. X2 will probably beat Twisted Colossus when I ride inside the back for just like the pure insanity. I mean, if it's that insane inside the front, it's gonna be like 10 times more insane inside the back. So yeah, Twisted Colossus is a very good roller coaster. I don't know, I guess I just really like RMC. Sorry, Arrow. Yeah. basically, Twisted Colossus is nothing can beat it for this sake of this ride. I hope you enjoyed because that video took hours to make. I now have a new appreciation for, like Airtime throws and Theme Park Crazy, the people that make these ranking videos, because that literally took forever to make. Special thanks to MNL2, Airtime Throws, Raw Footage, TheCoasterViews, CoasterCrutchfeild, JB Throws, Front Rock Coasters, and CoasterForce, because that's the footage that I used for this video, because, well, I did not take enough footage myself, so I basically just relied on non-copyrighted footage videos. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed, because this literally took forever to make. My favorite park inside of the entire world is Six Flags Magic Mountain, which I visited once on, I don't know, wait, what day did I visit on? God, it took me forever to write this script, and you know what? This is the worst intro that I've ever made. We're in Canada. Six Flags Magic Mountain is... I'm literally so mad right now. I accidentally deleted all of the footage, or the audio. I don't even know how I deleted it all. Just like in once. I don't even know. I'm so mad right now. Oh, whoa. And then oh yeah, I'm at Magic Mountain. Wake up. Don't go to sleep. This is horrible. But all I know is that even if I was half asleep, it's better than Viper. You ain't gonna get that here. No, you're not. Okay, I don't know. I wasn't even looking at the script. When you sit on the right side, I mean the left side. Oh my god. Did I really write right side when I meant to say left side? Oh my god, I don't know. Am I dyslexic or something? How do I not know my left and right? I exaggerate a lot.
What kind of sauce do you want on the noodles?
What noodles?
Making
I was practically unconscious going through this, okay? What? You just need to keep on talking, okay? Don't just stop when you don't know what to say. I don't know, I said that. It's not cool at all.